Hello, everyone, anyone who is joining. I'm going to be doing a live healing, and this saves on the channel, so you can always refer back to it. But today we're going to work on feeling supported, and this has a lot to do with back issues. So if you often find yourself with lower back strain, mid back strain, just like pain in your back, according to the mind body connection and BioField map anatomy, it has a lot to do with feeling supported or not feeling supported. So I strained my back earlier today, and it really got me thinking about where I feel unsupported, and whether that be by myself or by the universe or by those that are around me. I just really found it that, I was going to work on it myself, so I figured I would do it live. So first thing that we're going to do is just open up the connection here. So whether you're watching this currently or you're watching the recording, we are just opening up that communication between myself and your energy fields. And we do this kind of gently. We're not trying to force anything. And in these sessions, I always remind my clients that they are the ones doing the healing. I am just the facilitator of the healing, and it really puts the power back with you. And I think that that's the cool aspect of it. I can't do anything for you. I can just provide tools and guidance. Right away, I'm starting to tune in to the collective out there that is watching it now or watching it later, and I feel a lot of tightness around my lower throat. And the way that we deal with this information, like our body's always communicating with us, right? It's telling us, I have a sore right knee, so I feel like obstacles are blocking me from moving forward towards what I want. Or my left shoulder hurts, which means that I'm carrying a burden of sadness. Our body is always trying to communicate with us. So once you learn about where the messages are being held in your body and in your field, then you can start to understand what those messages are. All right, so now let's get started. First, we are going to work on this low back issue, the back of the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is all about passion and pleasure. It's that warm zestiness of life. And when we feel blocked off from it, it often is having to do with guilt and shame or frustration and disappointment. So we're going to open up that back part of it. A lot of tension here in this low back. Some anxiety too, probably having to do with, is it safe to be myself? Is it safe to express and go after the things that I want? And I'm also getting, some feedback in the front of my solar plexus when I'm plugged in here. Each chakra system builds off of the one below it. So if our root is about safety and our sacral is about emotions and passion and pleasure, then our solar plexus is about our personal power. So it's hard to feel powerful if you're hiding parts of yourself, if parts of you feel unsupported. It's just a lot of tension, a lot of built up over the years, being convinced that it's not okay to be a certain way. A lot of this happens from societal conditioning, going to school and learning what is okay to be like and what is not okay to be like. So we end up fracturing parts of ourselves and leaving them, in the shadows. And that is not beneficial to us. You hear me breathe a lot. And when I learned how to do this from, the BioField queen, Eileen McCusick, I learned that the breath is the way for me to discharge and hold space. So if you feel like you want to take a big breath or a loud sigh, that's your body directing you on how to release whatever it no longer needs. So you can hear a lot of the tones start to sound different. That's because there's so many layers here. My lower back is already starting to loosen up, but there's still, some twinge here about frustration over feeling like those needs are being unmet. So if you want to tune into your body right now, you may notice some information. Do you feel tingling in certain places? Are you getting a certain memory? Are you having sensations in different parts of your body? It's starting to sound a lot more clear, but there still is like a lot of underlying tension here. Our hips almost get no love in our culture. We don't dance as much as other cultures. We don't play in our sensuality as much as other cultures. Sounding a lot more clear. And that's what we're after. These tuning sessions are about charging you, bringing your energy back to your central channel so that it can be used. I mean, think about a plate. Like if the plate is fractured in many different places, is it as strong of a plate as a plate that is whole and together? Not really. Things are stronger, more coherent when everything is put together. Some panic. Resistance, right? When we're panicking, we are resistant to what is happening, or we are trying to resist some negative thinking of ours. And after panic comes a lapse in dullness when our sympathetic nervous system is so high and so keyed up for so long. We literally run our adrenals flatline to where we're just in that depressed mode. We have all of our chi has been so expended that we have nothing left in our cup. So we're left down. And that you can hear that in the tones there, really high and then a really low tone. And that's okay. That's exactly what we're working on. We're working on coherence here. We're working on bringing in line all of your natural energies. There are many different ways to work with the tuning forks. I'm working in a way that is a lot of intention based right now because I don't have you in front of me. So I've created this little hologram of the area that we're working on right here. And I'm just going in, I'm plugging in, reading the frequency, reading the sensations in my body, looking for information. And we know that consciousness is nonlinear. It doesn't stay in our minds. It can jump from people, places, things, and time. So anytime you play this is the time that you'll get the healing. Oh, starting to sound a little bit lighter. And if I'm working on the back of your sacral chakra right here out in front, like this, then I am just offering it a coherent frequency. I'm just giving it time to match up through entrainment and somatic resonance. The body will work to match a higher, stronger frequency. Our electromagnetic charge is weak, but there's so many biophotons in us and around us that they gather together to, inform our decisions in our body. So like you can hear a certain music and it can affect the way you feel. Like that's how powerful frequency is, right? All right. I want to try to charge it up from top and bottom. These ones are the 54 and the 62 hertz, and this is matches with the heartbeat of the earth, the electromagnetic pulse of the earth. So we're just surrounding the back of your solar plexus and charging that up. And the back, all of it, all of the chakras of the back are about receiving, right? So are we open to receiving those passions and pleasures? Are we open? So the front is about going out and getting those passions and pleasures, being directive, and the back is about receiving them. So that's what I'm talking about, support. Like, are we open to receiving those things that we might desire, or are we keeping that locked away and hidden? You can just imagine a bright orange ball, like a setting sun, just so big and so bright, so full of zest and juice and all the good stuff. Really tune into your body right now again. Check in with your body. Notice what you're feeling. And it may take some practice before you start noticing what you're feeling. We live in a society that somehow innately separates us from our body and just convinces us that we're a mind. And I think that's what causes a lot of damage. The body is the subconscious mind. Oh, getting much bigger. Oh, much more vibrant. My back pain is almost nearly gone. I wonder what you folks are feeling when you watch this. This is the Schumann resonance. And the more that we vibrate towards a Schumann resonance, the more synchronicities that happen in our life. The more we are open to receiving information and have our stronger energy fields, the more synchronicities happen. The less you have to strive and struggle and try, the more you open yourself up for receiving and flowing. Things just start to show up for you, things that you've been asking for a long time. All right, now we're going to column. We're going to connect your back chakra, sacral, to the edge of your field so that it has a line of energy to communicate with the world around it and do as it will. Heaviness in my heart right now. A lot is moving around. Working on one chakra directly affects any and all of them. In working with clients, I've found that the the sacral chakra is pretty connected to the throat chakra. Like if you're not expressing and asking for the things that you find pleasurable and passionate, then you're just hiding yourself, right? And then you build up kind of resentment against people and the world. It's pretty dense here at the top. That's the birth. So we just hang out here until it gives me a clear tone or releases me physically. Great. All right. So that is charged up, and I hope that you can put this on and use this as a resource anytime you're having some lower back pain, or you just want to feel supported or start to receive more of those passionate and pleasurable things. So signing off. Don't forget, you can work with me personally on my website, spiritcollectiveusa.com. I do a lot of these tunings, live tunings on TikTok, and I also have some recorded tunings as well. So have a great day.